He couldn't do that. He held his hand out in front of the knight, saying that there would definitely be a lot of reasons, so there was no need to act like that, and that without trying, you wouldn't know if it would work or not. The protagonist looked at the swordsman with a confident look, saying that the one who would succeed would be the one who would be open to everything new and try to fix the situation. Lloyd clenched his hand into a fist, saying that he called this innovation. The young gentleman raised his fist, noting that these were the thoughts of a true entrepreneur. The brown-haired man stood motionless in front of the swordsman. Xavier looked at the guy with indignation, thinking that this was impossible and that such an undertaking had a higher chance of failing. A full moon was visible in the night sky. The protagonist looked thoughtfully ahead while sitting on a rock. The protagonist closed his eyes, thinking that everything was right and that he would first make a huge ice cube. Lloyd imagined Belle and Peepodong pouring water into a container. He noted that Peepodong and Belle would first bring water from the lake. The protagonist imagined the image of a magician who had conjured ice. He noted that ice magic existed in this world, wondering what its principle was. The brown-haired man rested his head on his fist. He thought about magic and the free use of mana and a technique based on freely changing the flow of mana. The brown-haired man imagined the image of a particle of magic. He noted that he was sure that this was possible due to daily training in absorbing mana and that there were several types of natural mana. Orange particles of mana moved in space. A bright flash of mana occurred in space. The protagonist noted that in this way, changes depended on the nature of mana. The young master pressed his lips together, after which he grinned mischievously, thinking that of course he couldn't use mana as he wanted. Peepodong and Belle were moving towards the protagonist, who was calling them. Lloyd leaned towards the water container, thinking that he could do something similar. The young master dipped his hand into the water, thinking about Asrahan's mind technique, absorbing mana. The protagonist spread his fingers in the water, noting that if he took away all the heat energy, then only cold energy would remain in the water. Blue particles of energy floated towards the young master's palm. Lloyd noted that he did everything the other way around, and it wasn't that easy. Xavier